Well, hello there, viewers. If anyone's actually here yet, I know we're doing it a little earlier than we normally would. Normally, we do these at 6 o'clock on a Tuesday. It's 4:05 on a Tuesday, and we're waiting on Boo Boo right now. So, if you're here, sound off in the chats. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, I adjusted some settings. So, we're just waiting for Boo Boo to arrive. But if you're already here, like I said, uh, chat me up. Start talking. Tell me something. Let me answer you. That way I know, I'm not talking to the void here, which I normally am. It's okay. I talk to the void all the time. I have a nice little drive on my way to work, and I talk to myself constantly, so it's okay. I'm used to it. Also, I have pets, and so it is like talking to myself when I talk to them, so I get it. So just waiting for Boo Boo to arrive. Not real sure what he's up to today. Said he'd be here. He might be having some problems with his computer. He messaged me about 10 minutes ago. Said he'd be here in 5. So probably having some laptop issues. It happens. This high tech show that we do. But we will be talking about anime today, so that'll be fun. I could get into it before he gets here, but you know, it'll be fun. Allegedly. And the awkward silence continues. So we haven't done a live in a while. These things happen, but I think we're gonna try to start popping in every now and then. Like the title suggests, this is part one. We will be doing all of the parts of this anime series live, so we'll at least have one or two live streams for sure. I don't know. It's such a broad topic. We may go further than that. Honestly, it may be a multi parter, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll get there. I haven't said that in a while, but we'll get there. If you're watching right now and you know Boo Boo personally, message him and tell him I'm floundering right now, and that you need him on here to stir the ship correctly. Because right now, not cutting it. The awkward waiting. I mean, I'm on a computer right now. I guess I could just message him and see where he's at, just to make sure he's okay. Let's see. I got. There, I sent him a panicked message, and we'll see how he replies to that. So, not really much new on my end here, so I'm not going to bore you guys with details of my life while we wait. But, what about you guys? Anything new? He sent me a message, so he's definitely trying to get connected. He's probably having some issues with it. Hopefully, he can get it sorted out and get on here soon. I shouldn't have two things open at once. I'm getting notifications on my phone and my computer. That's no fun. It makes me look very unprofessional, which I am. I should add. Nothing says drama for an anime episode quite like Dead Silence. I have a feeling I'm going to have to cut this out of the finished podcast, unless you guys think I should just leave it. Just leave it. Leave all the awkward silence in here. I mean, that's fine with me. I'll do it. I can at least run over some notes real quick. So, just going to look through some stuff while I wait here. Dun, dun. Oh, I thought I had a list. It might be somewhere else. Maybe not. I can't remember where I put it at. Oh, there he is.
Sir!
There he is. I'd be floundering, sir.
Hello, sir.
Luckily, it's 4 in the afternoon and no one's here, so.
That's right. And there's a change of scenery, as you can see.
Yeah, what's the deal with that? They move you to a different shed on the island, or
something like that. No, I was sitting there thinking, like, why squint at my little old laptop there when I got a whole TV in front of me that could be used as a monitor?
oh, okay, yeah. Actually, for some reason, you look clearer. Maybe it's the lighting.
Yeah, maybe. And the lighting's like off this way instead of like right behind my head and shit.
Yeah, it looks a lot better, honestly. Like,
if anybody's watching, drop a comment. Let us know.
They're not. It's 4 in the afternoon and we're live streaming, but that's okay, because it's saved for posterity and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I can see you and I on 2 screens now. I got my laptop set up right over there.
Oh, okay. I've got this giant TV here. Maybe I should try to figure out how to stream it into that too. That'd be kind of fun, I guess. Although I'd be looking at a giant version of myself.
Yeah, I'm not too crazy about that, but
there's good and bad.
Right, check this out, folks. Fucking boom.
Oh, nice. Oh, okay. Very high tech now.
Right. Move to the digital age. But the fucked up thing is this little remote right here will also fuck with the inputs on my TV if I'm like
Didn't
pointing
you
it.
show us that bulb? Like I remember that controller. I think you showed me that bulb like on stream like a year ago.
Well, that was the little tiny one I bought from work. This one also came from work, but this is GE brand. The people that really know how to make light bulbs,
Yeah. Real light bulbs, real people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Papa John's.
I'd have the bike instead of dangling in front of my face like Shaq's, you know what? Sitting here like I'm at a microphone, like I can tenderly kiss all of you. And you didn't need to see that. And I do apologize. But
Actually, it looks much worse after you pointed out looking like Shaq's.
Regular old lights mode.
Having problems with my headset. I need new headphones, I believe. Unless I crank it up all the way, it shorts out. And then I hear like static and it breaks up in one ear.
Mine will do that like if I turn it all the way up. It like starts to cut out. Like fucking cheap pieces of shit.
Well, let's see. I don't really feel like just given the time, I didn't expect there to be many people. I didn't expect there to be none, but it's the middle of the day and most people are probably working.
It's kind of a surprise announcement.
Yeah, I mean, we found out like 2 hours ago. So
yeah, that's my bad.
And No, that was me. I should have asked you yesterday what you wanted to do, but I try not to ask you so often because I feel like every time I see you, I in some way am like, hey, what about the podcast? And then I feel bad for it because
We got to talk about work and shit.
yeah, it feels like I'm talking about work when it's not really work, but it is.
No, it's not work.
No.
It's good times.
So before we get into this, let's let me close too many windows out real quick. Do you much of an anime viewer?
Um, I was back in like high school for sure. Not so much anymore.
I guess a better way to ask that question would be: have you bathed today?
Yes, I did. I did think
Or
about it.
or or in the past week? If you
Yes.
say no, you're an anime fan. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
If you check these boxes, you might be a weeb.
A weeb. That was the word I was looking for. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that word. Anyway, used to
Weeaboo.
be an you used to be an anime regular viewer, I guess,
Oh, as
of
much as
sorts.
I could. We didn't have 6 different services. I don't think Crunchyroll was even a thing yet. So
No, I'd never even heard of Crunchyroll until like 4 years ago.
a lot of like Adult Swim.
Oh,
That's like anime
Toonami.
on
We'll get
Saturday.
there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Toonami. We will get there. Probably not today because we're gonna be we're gonna be talking about some old stuff here. Because what I found out through my research of this, because I told you a while back I was doing some research for this episode, and we both kind of laughed at. Oh, you just knocked over your mic. Okay.
I got it backed up, but
Now,
I'm still
you
listening.
got it. You got it. You got it. And we kind of laughed at the topic because I don't feel like just off the top it doesn't sound like it's going to be that interesting. But like most things in Japanese culture, there's a rich history almost in everything involved over there, and
Hmm.
anime is no exception to that. So we're going to be going over some very old, much older stuff than you thought.
This
So
ain't your daddy's. It's not your granddaddy's. It's your great granddaddy's anime.
right, and one of the first things I want to get out of the way first because I had this conversation with my fiance last night, and I'm whispering because she's in the other room. I don't want her to yell at me.
Who's yelling?
Anime, anime is a catch-all term for animation. Like that's just the Japanese word for animation. So anything that they see over there that is a cartoon is considered an anime. So technically, King of the Hill is an anime, and I'm going to die on that hill.
Dude, I hope Paul's watching. I swear to God, I was like, I bet you $5 he's gonna say something about King of the Hill being Texas anime.
Yeah, it's Texas anime, or it's anime from the Texas region, I guess you'd say.
Right. A little peek behind the scenes of
Yeah.
what happens in the average Texan's life.
But and we kind of had a similar conversation with Paul not too long ago. But there are many schools of thought when it comes to the definition of anime, but I'm going to keep it simple.
Hmm.
For this purpose, we are only doing the history of, I guess we'd say, animation in Japan. Because if we started breaking it down to everyone's definition of anime, we're going to get nowhere, or we're going to be so hyperfixed on this one thing that we're not going to get any of it.
Right.
So, if just for our own sanity, it's just the definition of Japanese animation,
Anime. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm
or
sorry.
anime for short. You're gonna have a hard time with this episode, aren't you?
No. I'll be good. I get my one out of the way.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know.
Everybody gets
I
one.
br- I'm brought back to that Roger Smith from American Dad joke where he was like one of his characters with the Chinese
Oh my God.
delivery man, and Francine wouldn't laugh at him, and he said, "Look, I've got a pair of very racial buck teeth in my pocket. You won't like yourself, but you will laugh." So, so it can be much worse. We're not going to be that. We might do some
No.
accents accidentally, but we are not going to be going into caricatures, a
No.
la American Dad.
And
Despite
I
us
do
being big
apologize.
fans of that, despite us being big fans of that particular anime,
Right. Another anime. And you might not like it, but it is indeed an anime.
you may not like it, but this is what peak performance anime looks like.
This is what the ideal anime looks like.
But one thing that sticks out to me about a lot of animes.
What's
You
that?
want to guess? Like every anime has this in common.
Uh, it's a cartoon.
Yes, but that wasn't
That's
what
a
I was going
cheap
for. I was
answer.
going for epic intro.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wrong.
Hear any of that music?
You didn't hear any of it? Oh, it played. It played.
Okay. All right. Say that was an
The,
epic intro.
you know what the fucked up thing is? At this point, my accidental hitting of the wrong intro or wrong video for our intro is a ongoing joke, even though I don't ever mean to accidentally do it.
Yeah,
I hate that.
it's
to my
bad.
to my
It's almost
credit,
like it's a bit.
yeah, it feels like a bit. It's really not. To my credit, there's where it says intro and where it says or where my cue is lined up. The intro is automatic for the countdown. It's right below the intro music. And all I see was intro, and I clicked the wrong video because they're so close together. So I
It's,
need a better system. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. Moving on, moving on. We'll move past it.
it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
It'll be fine.
I can't even remember what that's referencing, but it'll be fine.
Oh, it's fine. Calm down.
So you know how I like to do these flowery intros, right?
I do.
I would like you to imagine yourself, okay?
Okay.
You're standing in Tokyo in the summer of 1988. I know it's not that far back. We'll get there. Calm down. It's nearly midnight, and inside of a cramped animation studio, dozens of artists are still awake. Cigarette smoke hangs in the air, and I'm sure you can smell that now.
Yes, I can.
That's how visual I'm painting this picture.
Taste
I'm
it. It's
very
like I'm lighting it up.
yeah
It's like
yeah.
it's in my mouth.
Coffee cups cover every table. It's like my room. I just imagined it, and it's here. Thousands of hand painted animation cells are scattered across the floor. Not like here. Every frame painted by hand and every movement calculated one drawing at a time. Deadline is just days away. The film they're creating has already become the most expensive animated movie Japan has ever attempted. Many people think it's doomed, and some artists haven't even gone home in 3 days. Others are sleeping
Damn.
beneath their desks, and when the movie finally premieres, uh, it leaves audiences rather stunned in silence. The movie is called Akira, and it doesn't just redefine animation, it changes how the rest of the world sees Japan itself. For millions outside of Japan, Akira is the first glimpse into a medium unlike anything Disney has ever made. But that story didn't begin in 1988. No, 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 no. It didn't begin with giant robots or magical girls or Pokemans or Dragon Balls. To understand to understand anime or animation, as they say, we have to go back before television.
Ooh.
Not quite so far that it's before sound or color. You know, those things had been invented, but not on television. We're
Gotcha.
going back to an era where Japan itself was struggling to decide whether it wanted to fully embrace the future or to preserve the past, because anime wasn't born overnight. In fact, Japan was isolated socially for about 250 years before
Ooh.
anime became a thing. So today, we're going to talk about the history of anime, and we're going to go back and see what happened here, because the cultural influences, I guess, not just of anime on culture, but culture on anime.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. It's Anime is very unique Japanese anime is very unique because I know I'm going to piss people off by saying Japanese anime.
You said it.
It's a very influential art form. It's molded not just culture over there, but worldwide. I don't think a lot of mediums can say that outside of USA. USA.
We're number one.
Number one.
I'm number one.
So yeah, we're going back to before anime existed. Like I said, 250 years. For 250 years, Japan had lived in relative isolation under the rule of the. Oh, all right. Here's another disclaimer. I'm gonna fuck up so many of these names. So many
We're
of them.
not well versed.
I'm
If your name's Steve, he'll say it fluently,
Steve.
like it's see.
Steve A.
You see that?
Steve,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's a little flair. Stev.
Yeah. That's just how Stev. All right. So they were under isolation under the rule of Takajawa shogunate. The Takajawa shogunate. That was bad. It was basically a military ruling. Okay, so the military basically ruled Japan, in a sense, maybe literally. But we need to do a history of Japan one day because I started to get into this and I'm like, there's no way. Basically, it boils down to that the foreign influence was tightly controlled and society developed on its own distinct path, not influenced by outside cultures.
Okay.
But during this period, visual storytelling also flourished through forms like illustrated scrolls, shadow plays, puppet theaters, and I know that sounds like one of my jokes, but it's not. And the vibrant world of ukiyo-e woodblock prints, which I'm not going to try to pronounce it properly, but it's pretty cool. I looked at like some examples of it. It's very, very colorful stuff. Very interesting.
Yes. Someone in the chat there.
Oh, we got a chatter?
129. Yes. Said, I had
Musket.
Akira on video cassette, original Japanese with English subtitles until a friend borrowed it and never returned it. Damn it.
Oh, I hate that friend for you, Musket
Yeah.
129.
Thank you for that, Musket.
It is personal.
Sorry to hear that. Yeah, right. I swear to God, if we see that, it is war. It is on site.
And I hope you mean former friend.
Yeah, right. Hopefully you guys.
Yeah, there's no
hope you got
excuse for that.
nothing to say to this person to this day. I mean, that is. There's
No,
egregious,
I would-
and then
I've
there's
never-
whatever that is.
Yeah, and I've never seen Akira, so I can't really. Anyway, so yeah, with some of these art outlets, artists such as Katsushika Hakase created dynamic images. I'm laughing because I'm so bad at this. Created dynamic images filled with movement and expressive characters. And while they weren't animations, they weren't animated, they did teach generations of Japanese artists how to convey action and emotion and drama throughout a single frame, which is pretty impressive in and of itself.
Yeah.
It's one thing to show it through, a series of pictures that unfolds like a moving picture, but to show it in one frame is pretty impressive.
Yeah, no doubt.
And another important tradition was kamishiabai, or paper theater, which I never heard of. Have you ever heard of that one? Kamishiabai. It's not easy.
Theaters?
Yeah, paper theater.
Reminds me of like puppets or something, but no, I've never heard of it.
It's-
Oh, okay. Mr.
What's up?
Aldrich.
Oh, from DayZ.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's server.
Hell yeah. Glad that our DayZ fam still joins in.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, the paper theater. So basically, traveling storytellers rode bicycles from village to village carrying wooden stages around on their back, okay? It's chill. So it was basically kind of like a picture show, or like a puppet show, but with like little paper figures. And children would gather as illustrated cards would slid through the frame, while the narrator would still tell stories of heroes, ghosts, adventures, and, a lot of people who became manga and anime creators grew up mesmerized by these performances, these street performances. It was basically like a TV before a TV. It was like South Park, with South Park didn't have a TV. It was cardboard, put through pictures. Hey, guy.
I'm not your buddy, guy. I'm not your guy, friend.
When I was reading through all this, I was really hoping that's how how it went, but I know it's not.
Oh my god. We can't do what it probably sounded like because I've already done it twice. I'm not going to do it. I would try not to do it.
They would do it. South Park would absolutely do it, and
Oh
it'd be
yeah,
way more offensive.
but they're lovable, and I'm just a white
They
dude
are
on the internet.
right,
I know my place
like
most of the time.
like they're not just a couple of white dudes on the TV. So, so this was kind of the this is the background. This is the back setting, the origin stories of anime, if you will. And then
Making an anime. It'll be the newest Netflix documentary.
yeah, like making a murderer, but it's making an
Yeah,
anime.
making an anime.
The animator had no friends, no family.
He had a very unrealistic expectation of women and how large their breasts are given their. There's always
The
that
interview-
one, dude.
Interviewing his neighbors, he just mostly sat around by himself jerking it.
He drew a lot of boobies in school, I will say.
Breathtaking boobies.
Got F's in every class consistently. Somehow moved on, actually graduated, but a lot of boobies.
The curves. The curves.
I mean, hello, someone get fucking Picasso on the phone, okay?
Perfect time to pop in, Roadhouse. Good to see you.
Hello, Roadhouse. Hi, Roadhouse.
Yeah, so that was kind of the background to anime. It all started with these being influenced by this stuff, the paper theaters, the drawings, and just cool stuff. But and around the mid 19th century is when that 250 years of isolation basically lifted. The I know I'm going to say this one wrong. The Meiji restoration transformed Japan almost literally overnight. Foreign powers were allowed to come in, and they were integrating, and they were also allowing imports from other countries to just flood into the country. And so it modernized very quickly, and with the modernization came moving pictures. This is around the late 1800s. So some of those early motion pictures are what we begin to see here.
That's why they call him that. No, I'm just kidding.
If you missed it, so when the oh boy, this one's even worse. It's French.
Oh,
The Lumiere brothers
sounds so
introduced
seductive.
well, it's French. Oui, oui.
The language of love.
Oh. Anyway, boy. So, when they introduced projected films in Europe in 1895, the technology spread around the world very quickly. And we went into the history of television. We didn't go into the history of films. We should go into that one day. It'll be interesting because it involves these guys and a bunch of other stuff. But by the late 1890s, around the time that Arthur Morgan, R.I.P. my brother, passed away.
Gone but not forgotten.
Gone but not forgotten. Money.
Have you completely lost faith in me?
I love my horsey, and my horsey loves me. That one always pops you.
John, look out. Agent Ross is coming. Dodge!
I just saw a clip of that on
Holy
TikTok the other
fuck,
day.
dude. I love my horsey and my horsey.
And my horsey loves me. I saw that on TikTok, but instead of like riding a horse, someone had made it to where the model was the horse model was an iguana. So he's riding around this giant iguana. It is so dumb. I laughed. Anyway, so by this time, the late 1890s, Japanese audiences were already crowding into makeshift theaters to watch these magical moving images. Early screenings often featured a benshai, which was a live narrator who stood beside the screen, which sounds like a really awkward job.
Right. Things are moving. Stuff is happening. Plot is progressing.
Right. Right. And this is something, at least from what I've seen, that's kind of unique to Japanese culture. I mean, I didn't look into it too much, but I never heard of this anywhere else. Like, I never saw this in America or anything like that. But rather than silently watching a silent film, audiences would hear the characters given distinct voices, emotional commentary, and dramatic interpretation from the benshai.
Oh my
So
god.
so the Benshai basically became somewhat celebrities in their own right, shaping how people would experience cinema. So they were just as important as the actors to the crowd.
That's
They
cool.
would bring this. Yeah, I just never thought of that. That's so cool. And
It's like the workaround
like
for not being able to capture and record like sound in those
right,
films, kind of.
right, and it's kind of brilliant. And it also
Yeah,
this is something that formed or that would the relationship they formed with the narration meets imagery helped influence the storytelling style of Japanese animation. Like this is it's important to where it's important to anime the way the Benshai was to the silent movies. The all right. Here's what I'm trying to say: the over the top voice performances you get in a lot of anime is
damn.
can be linked back to this. Like
Oh,
yeah, the over the
this is
top
so
expressions and everything. Yeah, that kind of became, and of course it got exaggerated over time. I hope, if not,
yeah.
that's hilarious to imagine that they're watching like Charlie Chaplin and someone's like super animated about everything he's doing. That would be great, but I don't know if that's how it went exactly.
It's great to imagine they just like tried it. The dude just tried it one time, and they're like, "Yes, that do that every time," and it became like the model.
Yeah,
How the how do you say that? What is the name for him again? The
for the
narrator
what
name?
the oh the Benshai
Binchai.
Benshai.
You. All right.
Yeah,
Calm
my
down
turn to
now.
be
Relax.
semi-offensive.
Yeah, I was about to.
And keep in
All right.
mind, we're not making fun of Japanese people. We're making fun of your silly language. No, I'm joking.
Where's the letters?
As if there's not enough to make fun of with American language.
Yeah, please take your shots. We're fucking easy targets over here.
Oh yeah.
Let me see. Looks like
Roadhouse
Roadhouse.
chimed in.
Yeah.
You can go
Okay.
ahead and
Yeah.
read that one if you like.
Oh, you're good. You called it out. You good.
Oh, okay. Roadhouse says her favorite animes were Vampire Hunter D. Is that the name of it, or is there an accidental D there? Some of the Japanese names are so weird.
Vampire Hunter D.
And the Fist of the North Star. That sounds badass.
Ooh,
Ninja Scroll. I've never seen Ninja Scroll.
Ninja
I've never
Scroll.
actually heard of those.
I've heard of Fist of the North Star. Vampire Hunter D. I'm pretty sure I've heard of.
Like I said, my fiance watches a lot, and I've seen some with her, and some of them are so over the top and hard to
Have
get
you ever
into.
seen Roadhouse? Have you ever seen Helsing? I think is what it's called.
I've heard of Hellsing. I haven't watched Hellsing.
Maybe. Like the main character is Alucard, Dracula's son.
That's badass.
Yeah, he's badass. He's got these big old pistols and shit. It's crazy. It's just so over the
I've
top, man. I can't watch it anymore. Not like seriously, not like I used to. I used to be like, oh, dude, this is so fucking sick. But now I'm just like, God, it's just like
I
too
mean,
too
there's
much.
some
I
are
don't know.
just your taste have changed. That's all.
Yeah.
One
I
I
find myself more
refuse to
mature.
watch. One I absolutely refuse to watch is One Piece. One Piece.
Yeah.
I cannot stand the little reindeer fella whose name I will not even mention. I can't stand him. Can't do it.
Does he have like the curly hair as well? And
I
like the
don't
long
remember.
nose? You know what I'm talking about?
Don't
Oh,
remember.
you
Yeah,
haven't seen it?
probably.
It's pretty cool, Roadhouse. You should check it out if you ever, if you still watch anime. I don't know if you've also grown up. If you watch anime as an adult, grow up. No, I'm just kidding.
Also, like that time I was reincarnated as a slime. That's got some good stuff in it.
I've never seen that one.
I love the over the top names.
I liked.
Like the super exaggerated names are so great.
I got reincarnated as a slime.
No, that time I got reincarnated as a slime, not just
Oh,
got reincarnated as. It's got to
it
be.
feels like you could just have fun with it. Just be like, I'm late for
Yeah,
class, and my boyfriend turned into a bucket of water,
yeah. That's probably an anime, honestly.
and it'll have nothing to do with the fucking title.
Right? Yeah. Thankfully, the one that the that time I got reincarnated as a slime that describes the show. That's not exaggeration at all. That is the name of the show, and that's what it does.
I've heard
I'm gonna look.
Berserk is good.
Berserk, I've seen. I think Overlord is
Yeah.
really good. If you haven't seen
Overlord.
Overlord,
Ooh, no, I haven't.
I'm I'm looking up a list of the most absurd anime names. And to be honest, I shouldn't have clicked Reddit because I honestly don't know if these are real or not. It really does sound like people are just making them up, and I'm not sure if they're real because
What's it?
that's just how absurd it is.
Dude, fucking Curtis showed us this anime one time. Apparently the apparently they had like a whole like first season of just footage and shit, and I think like they sold it, but like this American company bought it, or some North American company bought it and like dubbed over it, and it is so fucking dumb, dude. It's so stupid, but it's great.
That sounds great.
Fucking one little character on there just talks like
Like a South Park knockoff.
yeah, yeah, like everybody else talks normal and shit, but he'd be like, and then they'll be like, no, no, but I can't fucking think of a scene, but you know,
I've got a list of some absurd, ridiculously long anime names. This is from Ranker. You ready for number one?
yep.
This is ranked number one by the yeah, no, not quite yet. Oh wait, we don't do that anymore. So go ahead. We got Mr. Jack to do that for us. This one is titled Do You Love Your Mom and Her Two-Hit Multi-Target Attacks?
Or two what?
That's the full name. Her two multi-target attacks. Who two-hit multi-target attacks? That's a mouthful. Here's number two is Bobo Bo Bo Bobo Bo.
That came on Toonami.
Did it really? Oh, so you've heard of that one?
Dude, he's like this fucking
Oh, it looks
tall,
like it's
like
a Toonami thing.
almost Johnny Bravo-esque, but like big
That was
blonde
exactly what I was
afro.
about to say. Yeah, I was about to say. It looks like from the side picture I've seen, it's like a Johnny Knoxville, a Johnny Bravo ripoff from the side.
It's I don't know. I feel like every show is a show about nothing anymore.
Here's one called "Reborn as a Vending Machine. I Now Wander the Dungeon."
What?
Now the good thing is, judging from the description, it says it is exactly what it sounds like. Some poor guy gets turned into a vending machine and now has to roll his way through a fantasy dungeon using drinks and snacks to survive.
Oh my god.
I kind of want to see that one now.
I can only
Let's see,
imagine
where's
if the
another-
main character's a fucking vending machine, what kind of crazy side characters are they gonna be? There's another thing that's prevalent.
I feel like Shelby has been watching that one at some point. Problem children are coming from another world, aren't they? That's the title.
Okay.
Oh, I like the name of this one. Okay. I couldn't become a hero, so I reluctantly decided to get a job.
Isn't that like every
Okay.
teenage American man's fucking
Yeah.
crushing reality
Right.
and story?
Yeah, it's a story of everyone's life, pretty much. Shelby has watched this one. I have watched it with her, and I don't remember if it's any good or not, but it's called Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon?
A lot of dungeon. A lot of dungeon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of dungeon. Oh, here's a. This one sounds more sensible. Cautious hero. The hero is overpowered but overly cautious. Is the full name of the thing. I love that. Oh, this one's straight to the point. Okay, the Legend of Legendary Heroes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You know what you're getting.
Banished from the hero's party, I decided to live a quiet life in the countryside. That's the full name of an anime.
All right.
That time I got reincarnated as a slime is on here. So that's I'm not gonna keep reading. There's some good ones, but those are some of my favorite ones that I saw. It's so silly. I love it. My youngest watches Blue Lock. It's a footy series, and my eldest watches Demon Slayer. I've seen Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Chaos's daughter likes Demon Slayer as well.
I think I've watched some episodes with them up there. Paul
It's
and
not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got some badass moments in it for sure. Anyway, we could spend all day just talking about the ridiculous names, but we can get back to the history. Be serious. So the earliest Japanese animators worked under incredibly primitive circumstances. Excuse me, because there were no animation schools. There were no established studios. There were no textbooks to explain the craft, so most of the pioneers of animation in general, not just anime, had to teach themselves through trial and error and painstakingly draw frame by frame on a paper or directly onto film itself. And among these, I just wanted to torture myself and see if I could say these names. I said among these innovators were Junichi Toshi, Satoru Kitayama, sorry, and Oten Shimakawa. I fucked all those up
Not too
so
bad.
bad.
That wasn't so bad.
Oh,
Don't be so hard on yourself.
oh no, I could have been better. Could have been better. They can't all be hits, Brian. They can't all be hits. I've been watching a lot of Family
Swing
Guy.
and a miss.
Strike it, strike three, and he knew it. I love that bit. Oh, I don't know if anyone knows what we're referencing, but it's Family Guy. I love that one. Anyway,
If you know, you know.
if you know, you know. If you don't, learn. So their short films from the 1910s were widely regarded as the birth of Japanese animation. I know I said that weird Japanese.
Animation.
That's my southern coming out. Cornbread showing.
Yeehaw.
What was King of the Hill? My favorite Texas anime. This here's Mr. Khan. He's Japanese. No, he ain't. He's Laotian, ain't you, Mr. Khan?
God damn it.
It's such a great. The fact that the most ignorant person in that show knows
Right.
exactly what his where he's from.
Well, he killed
Anyway,
him in.
that's true. He did kill Fitty Man. So yeah, a lot of their works though have been lost to time, destroyed by neglect, disaster, and just the fragile nature of early film stock. We lost a lot of old films over the decades, centuries, whatever. Not centuries, century.
Shame.
Is shame. But the surviving fragments, because we don't have full necessarily things, but some fragments have survived. But it does. Animation historians say that you can, or at least the ones I've read about that were talking about this thing, is like, yeah, you can see that they were still finding their voice back then. The animation was simplified, the movements were limited, and audience had never seen anything quite like it. So you had the freedom to do that kind of thing. Didn't have to be perfect yet, you know.
Right. You had no expectations. You're just like, what the hell am I watching right now?
Right.
I like it.
Now, whereas a lot of this stuff has gone to history, and some of it survived, but we almost lost all of it. There was the Great Kanto earthquake that devastated Tokyo and Yokohama in 1923. Fires swept through cities, destroyed homes, businesses, cultural institutions. Hundreds of thousands of buildings were lost, and a lot of the early animation studios, along with their film and their artwork, were gone, devastated. And so, because it is bad. So much early Japanese animation was destroyed that historians, today know far less about its beginnings than they do about early American or European animation. So that kind of sucks. But ironically, it also forced a lot of those artists to rebuild from scratch, which led to new techniques and fresh collaborations with other artists and studios that helped shape the industry's future. So this was bad, but it was also maybe a good thing for the business itself, for the industry.
Right on.
Yeah, and through history, sometimes not everything goes to plan, but sometimes it helps create something better. So, who knows what we would have had if it would have stayed on the same path?
I wouldn't have minded hearing that narrator.
Whoa! That's so ridiculous, but possibly how it happened. So as animation began to mature around the world, Japanese artists eagerly studied foreign films because, the things are open now. Let's learn from the West. We've kind of just been stuck here. But American animation, especially the works of like a Walt Disney or the Fleischer Studios, demonstrated what synchronized sound, along with these expressive characters and fluid movements, could achieve. If you tighten it up a little bit, look at what can happen. But
Right, you don't have to use so much
Japanese,
imagination.
no, imagination. Japanese creators quickly realized that they could not really compete with Hollywood by simply copying Hollywood. Whereas American studios employed vast teams and commanded budgets far beyond anything that was going to be available in Japan, Japanese animation to survive would have to be something different. It couldn't be Walt Disney. It couldn't be whatever other animations was going on at the time. It had to be its own thing, and that necessity would eventually become one of its greatest strengths. So, good.
In a field full of horses, be a unicorn.
Right. An overly expressive unicorn, because that's basically, instead of chasing the perfect realism or, because, like Walt Disney, we all think of like fucking Mickey Mouse or whatever, but they were doing a lot more, as they progressed through time, they got a lot more realistic with their animation. Whereas in Japan, they decided to stick with the expressive faces, the dynamic compositions, dramatic editing, and emotionally resonant storytelling. Resonant? Resonant.
Yeah,
When I typed it, I could hear it. It resonates. That's what I was going for. God, I shouldn't have got high when I wrote that.
in a good way.
The seeds of a distinct visual language were being planted long before they called it anime. They didn't even call it anime at this point. Just Western animation. Animation. There might have had another word for it. I could not find anything. I might not have looked hard enough, to be honest with you, because I wasn't really looking for that. But by the late 1930s, Japan had entered a period of increased militarization. Why is that such a hard word? Oh, man. Militarization. Army men. They had a lot more army men.
The army got bigger.
Big guns went boom, boom.
They learned how to blow stuff up.
And whatnot. The government recognized that film could shape people's opinions, inspire patriotism, and also influence young audiences. And this is where animation, which was primarily at this point viewed as entertainment, became a powerful tool of persuasion. What we also like to call propaganda.
Yes.
Now, they weren't the only ones guilty of this. If you go back and watch any Looney Tunes from the 30s,
Yep.
it's bad. It's really bad.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were tough back then. You can talk about stuff like it was fine.
Oh man, no, it was not. It was not.
No.
No. But it makes our jokes today seem a lot tamer in comparison. So studios received support from the government to make educational shorts, patriotic films, and military-themed stories. And this just wasn't in Japan. This was everywhere. Many animators were accepting of these projects because, not because necessarily the ideology, but because they needed work. The economy was increasingly being taken over by wartime priorities. So if you were not part of the wartime priority, you may not be able to survive. For artists, that survival, to survive, meant to compromise and do these things.
Yeah.
So it's just one of the other lesser thought about side effects of war, I think.
Right. All the homes on the domestic, or homes, all the stuff on the domestic end.
The domestic front, yeah. Your civilians, your regular Joe. Now, one figure came to dominate this era. He was kind of the Walt Disney of Japanese propaganda films, if you will.
Oh boy.
His name was Mitsuyo Seo. I'm just gonna call him Mitsuyo because Seo sounds too complicated to say. Um, he created this film called sorry, he directed what was considered Japan's first feature-length animated film, Momotaro Sacred Sailors. Now this
I thought I
film,
could
which
hear
I've
that.
yeah, oh man, I got a beard hair right on my tongue. That sucks. The I've never seen it. I've heard of it, and I recognized the artwork. And by that I mean I should have saved a picture of it so I could show it here.
Is
Oh,
it
I
who
did.
I think it is? Is he responsible for a little studio? Still making movies today?
Um, perhaps. I don't remember.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get there. We'll get there. I'm just gonna pull up this. This isn't the shot I was thinking of, but for some reason I'm having issues with my internet wanting to do anything proper for me. So I'm just gonna do it like that. Yeah, well, that'll work. That'll work. We're gonna go down here and hit this little share button. We're gonna hit the wrong share button because I can't remember how to do this. Screen. Oh, where is it at? Where is it? There it is. Okay. So this is a screenshot. I don't know what the characters' names are. I don't know if this is the titular character. I love the word titular, though. But there's a still from the movie.
Ah, a little monkey.
Yeah, little monkey. I don't know if that's the titular character or not. Again, titular.
Totally.
But titular. That is the character. That's a screenshot from that movie. Momotoro's Sacred Soldiers. Anyway, film follows legendary folk hero Momotaro leading animal soldiers in a story designed to inspire support for the war efforts. While unmistakably propaganda, it also demonstrated remarkable technical achievement under extremely difficult circumstances. Animators worked with limited materials. They did it with nothing.
They had to use their poop.
And there was constant uncertainty around them, and yet they continued pushing the boundaries of what Japanese animation could accomplish. Excuse me.
Those fellas loved what they did.
Yeah, they did. And I said ironically. I don't think that's right in my little notes here. You're using that wrong. Yes.
That's why wrong.
Some of the techniques refined during the wartime productions would later be adapted for entirely peaceful purposes, which was just my flowery way of saying they created these things during war, but then they started using it to make regular movies. Sometimes I get a little too ahead of myself. Where are we at time-wise? We're at an hour here. Okay. I know you. Now I know you've got some things going on today, right? You got kind of a time crunch today.
Yeah.
We are, as far as where the timeline is, we are still in part 1, buddy. This
All right.
is it's sorry. We're in chapter 2
Okay.
of
But part one?
of 5. Chapter 2 of
5.
5.
Holy shit.
Yeah, this is. Let me see. How many
like
chapters?
5 total or 5 for
Oh.
part 1?
Sorry. Okay, so like I've told you in the past, I use AI to help me chapter these out to make it comprehensible because I can't.
Sure.
My brain just doesn't work that way, and so it's decided to give chapters to these. It's kept all of my information. I don't want anyone to worry about that. That's where a lot of my research goes, is making sure that all this stays pure after trying to make it into something comprehensible, digestible. So I never look at the chapters because I'm not the one who puts the chapters. It does that for its own sanity, I guess. We're on chapter, what did I say, 4 or 5?
I think you said
No,
2.
chapter 2. We're on chapter 2 out of 25. So
Out of 25?
out of 25. This is, I
Holy
told you, it's a
shit.
long fucking topic.
Wow.
So tell you what, let me look ahead here. All right, we just got a couple more things. We're almost done with the first part, I guess.
Let's go, baby.
I just had to find my spot after I left my notes to see how long it was. All right, yeah, okay, yeah, we're not that far away. Okay, so basically, this all happened before the bombs dropped in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Is that the name of the other one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was pre end of the war, but the war began, because Japan was doing pretty good. I was about to say Japan did pretty good, and Japan was, a big part of the war for the first part of it until USA. But as the war began to as the war began to turn, back-to-back World champions, baby. They began to suffer some pretty relentless bombings, air raids. Again, studios burned, equipment vanished, film stock became scarce. Artists were drafted into service, and some never returned. By the summer of 1945, the Japanese animation industry had actually been pretty much brought to its knees. It was There was almost nobody left. Not necessarily like, oh, it completely ravaged everybody. Everyone had to go to war.
Right.
Japan is not a huge country, so to dwindle down a population, it's gonna cause every industry to suffer.
Right.
But
It's
fortunately,
an island, right?
yeah, the island nation, the land of the rising sun.
Yes.
I can't think of any other. I was trying to think of some Magnolia things, but some of those would be really offensive.
God damn it. Yes,
Fortunately,
they could be.
fortunately, around the corner from that, surrender came, and for many people or for many countries, that marked the end of the war marked celebration. But in Japan, it was rebuilding almost every aspect of their society, including animation. So, and entertainment was probably not on the forefront of everyone's minds. And
Right. So like, what are you doing watching cartoons, man?
Right, yeah, there's work to be done. And immediately following the war, Japan entered a period of occupation and sweeping reform. Like, everything's in ruins. We've got to rebuild everything, and that comes with the penalties for being on the wrong side of the world war and all that too. You're going to have sanctions against you, and there's a lot of collateral after a war that people don't really think about. You get punished for losing it, not just through the deaths.
Right. Not only are you humiliated, your pride gone,
Yeah.
but you have real consequences you got to suffer. You
Yeah,
can't just get
yeah.
to fucking kill people and think you're gonna walk away.
Well, I think that's what a lot of people seem to think happens after a war. Is that, oh well, they lost. Now what? I guess they have to give up.
Happily ever after. They learned their lesson.
No.
They changed on the kindness of their own hearts.
It's like that. Another South Park reference when they did the BP oil spill thing,
Oh my god.
where the CEO on South Park kept apologizing. We're sorry. It's. I feel like a lot of people think that's what the consequences of a war are. No. There's sanctions. You have to rebuild on top of everything else. Your leaders are probably going to be executed if they didn't reach a deal.
Especially if they
you're
talk a lot of shit.
yeah, and if your country is led by an empire or an administration, whatever the word would be, they're probably out of service now. They're gone. They fucked up bad.
Yeah, they're dead.
I don't think that happened with Japan. I can't really remember how. I don't know the history of the Japanese Empire when when World War II came around. I'm not a historian on that, or a historian at all. If you listen to this, but
Oh, you're doing great.
I imagine it had to be terrible, just terrible. And while they're rebuilding everything. Young artists who had grown up amid the destruction while things were being rebuilt dreamed of creating new stories that looked forward to the future instead of glorifying the conflict. And one of those young dreamers, had spent much of his childhood reading comics and sketching constantly, and he watched a lot of foreign cartoons when he could. He admired Disney's ability to make drawings feel more alive, and he also believed that Japanese stories could do something different. He wanted something more emotional, more human. And his name was Osamu Tezuka, and we will be
The
talking about him. Now you say that when like I know you're sarcastic here. The Osamu Tezuka? Yes, Boo Boo, the Osamu
the
Tezuka.
whoa.
Now you may not be familiar with his name. I wasn't. But he did create this little series called Astro Boy
Oh,
and helped with the birth of television anime. So
nice.
yeah, he is one of the most major. His nickname, for example, was the God of Manga.
I was hoping it'd be
So
something funny like the big dog.
the big dog. It means something totally different. Let me see if I can list off some. And some of these I'm not going to know. Oh wow, okay, I do know that. So Astro Boy, of course. This one, I don't. I'm going to say the name of this anime, this manga rather, and see if you recognize it. You have definitely seen a movie about it. It's called Kimba the White Lion.
Kimba the
Have you
White
heard of
Lion?
this? Have you heard of this? Have you read about this?
I don't think so.
It is what was it Disney that did the Lion King?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's what Disney ripped off to create the Lion King. It is almost shot for shot the Lion King.
That's crazy.
It was
Was it
created
like
in 1950.
wow?
Yeah. So
Do you know the plot of Kimba?
the plot of Kimba the White Lion? Yeah,
Yeah.
I can read it off here right now. All right, so let's see.
Because I always heard that the Lion King was just Hamlet, but with lions.
Okay, so maybe I've seen. I might be mixing it up with something else, but it doesn't sound as. I thought it was completely ripped off. It is not. Kimba is awfully similar to Simba, but the plot is as humanity encroaches in Africa, the white lion Panja, or Caesar in the English dub, is gives the jungle's wild animals a safe haven. However, he angers nearby visitors by stealing their cattle and their food to feed the jungle carnivores. A professional hunter is called in to stop these raids. So it's. I would read all of this, but unfortunately, there's so many Japanese symbols and stuff in this description that I'm getting confused, and I'm not going to try to read it all. But it is nothing like The Lion King, like I was lied to and told. There is a whole thing on here that suggests that it was a ripoff on its Wikipedia page. They say there's some parallels. Oh yeah, there are.
Was a young warthog. When
Okay.
I was a young warthog.
I see the where some of the similarities came from. There are some shots in both movies that are almost identical. Not the story, but some shots are almost identical, and it looks like it's probably just influenced by that by the animators, not by the actual writing.
Do you have a picture or a screenshot you can put on the screen for us?
I'm gonna see if I can find a comparison shot because what I've got right here is just a shot from an early screenshot presentation from, or sorry, screenshot from a reel of the Lion King, but it wasn't even the Lion King yet; it was the King of the Jungle. So that's not very.
That's George.
That's yeah. So let me see if I can find some actual evidence because I'm seeing a lot of conflicting. The white lion compared. Oops, I can't spell till we're talk today. All right.
He's got the. God damn it! What Trump call it? What do you say those artists had? The yips.
The yips. They've got the yips.
He's got a bad case of the yips, folks. A lot of people don't know that this is actually He actually suffers very greatly from stage fright. I
The
don't suffer from
yips.
stage fright. If I did, I'd be the most frightened though.
So some of these are going to be pretty circumstantial. Just for the record, I'm finding some screenshots that are alleged to be compared. I'm not going to say right now that I'm not going through right now and confirming that these are actually from it, just because I don't have the time to do that live
This is OTF on the fly.
on the fly. Yes, sir. So here's one of the screenshots I found with the Lion King on the left and Kimba the White Lion on the right.
Whoa.
Not
What I
damning.
expected.
Not damning. It's not, you know.
Can I wear the fucking spectacles without there being glare? Is there still glare? Oh yeah.
Oh, do you have the glare?
Yeah.
So that's one shot. Let me see if I find some others.
Good times.
It looks like there are entire YouTube videos comparing
Oh wow.
some of these. So, come on. Having a hard time finding I'm having a hard time finding side by side. Oh, here's one that's kind of damning, actually, to some degree. I wouldn't say damning. It's not a good look.
Looking like a
That's
ripple.
whoops. Hold on. Trying to open it up in the separate. The whole thing is getting complicated.
Oh, damn. That damn technology.
Jesus Murphy.
Jesus Murphy. Okay.
Yeah. That's a bit. It's a little suspect.
Yeah. He kind of looks like Looney Tunes too.
It does, doesn't it? The
Yeah.
animation style is definitely different, but there's the scar is on the same eye guy, unless it's mirrored.
Why is Scar giving us the you know what me eyes? You know? You see what I'm talking about? They nailed the seductive cat eyes there.
They did. Well, let's not get started on the seductive cat eyes, or that whole scene with Simba and whatever her name was will pop
Yeah.
up.
Dude, it is just like that's his cousin.
Yeah, yeah, right.
There's only 2 male lines. And Scar
And
don't
they
fuck.
did.
That's why he's a villain.
Yeah, yeah. He's definitely the first incel.
Got this badass Scar. Who the fuck's
Oh
he got?
man. So the story might be completely different, but goddamn, if some of these screenshots aren't making some pretty bad evidence. Hold on, here's another one for you. I'll see if I can find one more after this, but
All right. Oh, that's cool. I like that moon in the background.
yeah.
Oh, wait. I'm seeing the.
Now you seeing what's going on, don't you?
Hey.
Yeah, and you see who's on the bottom of both of those. It's Simba, or Kimba, the white lion, and the one, and Simba and the other.
Mufasa, I think is his dad's name.
That's Scar in the on the Lion King side.
Yeah, but Simba's dad.
Oh,
his name-
Mufasa, yeah.
Mufasa.
Mufasa, voiced by James Earl Jones, right?
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
Remember.
Your father.
No, wrong movie.
Line.
Line. That would be funny if that's how you broke character. Line.
Just said it like some fucking garden variety white guy.
Some hick from Virginia.
Yeah, right. All right. I'm blacking out temporarily. I'll be right back. Okay. It's fucking hot in
All
there.
right, by the time you come back, I might have one more. I'm trying to find some more.
All right.
All right, I'm going to look up one more. And if you guys have any more about this, let me know. It's an interesting controversy. Did I get the? I don't think I got that wrong. The date might be wrong. Let me double check that. Okay. So the Kimba the White Lion manga was 1950 through 1954. The television show, the anime based on the manga, was 1965. So there's where that comes from. Okay, I was wondering about that. The reason I'm wondering about that is because I keep seeing 1965 pop up. So here's the final screenshot comparison for Kimba the White Lion versus the Lion King, and then I'll let when Boo Boo comes back, he can make his assumptions on it, and then we'll probably call it a day for the day. If I can get that picture to pop up. If you guys knew the process I had to go through to share a screen, it's kind of ridiculous. So once Boo Boo comes back, we'll get his opinion on that. You guys feel free to put your opinions on this too. Kimba the White Lion ripoff, or is it the source material for the Lion King's ripoff, or is it are they two different things? Because I'm starting to wonder now. Just waiting on Boo Boo, and if you could see the screen and wondering why his initial right now is F, it's because it stands for flounder.
I am the founder.
Which is what I was doing when he wasn't here. I was floundering. There's the last screenshot for you, Boo Boo.
Well, that's crazy. The contrast between the little dude there on the right and the dad. They got like mouse ears.
Yeah. Now, remember I said I thought it was 1950 that Kimba. That was when the manga came out. The anime series for the Kimba was 1965. Now, before we leave, I'll let you know what Tezuka and his studio and his family thought about all this, because they were aware of the copyright infringement. So, his family, because he passed, I believe. Let's see. He passed in '89, so he wouldn't have been aware of it, but his family was, and his studio and family, neither one ever pursued litigation against the Walt Disney family or Walt Disney Company for copyright infringement. The company's director, Yashihiro Shimizu, the director of Tezuka Productions, said that many of their employees saw the resemblances between the two properties, but any similarities in their plots are based on the facts of nature and therefore are two different works. In his book, Tezuka's son, Makioto, states that the controversy started in America with people who were infatuated, basically, with the idea of the opposition to Disney's business practice. In other words, corporation bad, those people. He also states that he refuses to participate in this denunciation of Disney because he does not feel like it's valid, and he does not want to see his father's work turn into a weapon for those people. He acknowledges that The Lion King and Kimba are two different stories with different themes, but if The Lion King had been about a white lion who talks to humans, then he wouldn't be able to pardon it. There's no humans in The Lion King. Humans
Right,
are a big
right.
part of Kimba. So while there's some shots, I think maybe they probably pulled influence, but I don't feel like any of it was direct ripoff. It's some of it's hard to ignore, but I don't think I just don't think it's there. I think inspired by maybe.
Yeah, definitely borrowed.
Definitely borrowed. Like there's no way now if someone said there's no way that anybody that made The Lion King ever watched that movie, then I'd say you're full of shit. They definitely people who animated The Lion King definitely saw Kimba the White Lion.
Oh, 100%.
It's just too similar. Musket disagrees. He says it is a ripoff. No, Lion King is a ripoff. Yeah. So, and you're entitled to your opinion. We don't know for sure. But
Right.
I just have to say, with the evidence I've seen, I'd say it's circumstantial, but I don't think it's a ripoff.
Heavily borrowed from without paying credit to.
But Lion King was also the very first movie I ever saw in theaters, so maybe I should be more partial as a child. But anyway, we could go on and on about this. But next week, if we're able to go live, we're not gonna do this as a podcast recording. The rest of the animated episode, we're gonna do all the anime episodes live. So we will try to be back next week to do this one again live. We'll try to give you guys a better advance notice that we're doing it.
Yeah.
That's kind of on both. We both kind of dropped the ball there a little bit. But literally, we had a conversation about what we were doing today, like 2 hours before we started recording, and that's on me because I could have messaged you yesterday. I saw you Sunday.
There's plenty of time.
I don't feel
didn't
so.
get back to you for like an hour or so later. I think
That's
it was like
that's
2 hours.
still not enough time. I should have given you. I literally saw you in person 2 days ago, and could have said something, and I just didn't do it because I didn't want to bother you. You've already said I wouldn't have been bothering you. I just didn't want to feel like I was bothering you. I guess my own insecurities, overthinking things.
So,
But next week we will talk more about Osamu Tezuka and the creation of Astro Boy, the one and only. I just established that, but we will get to him next week. The god of manga,
yes.
the birth giver of modern anime.
The vessel through which anime was brought into this world.
The cock of cartoon. No, that's probably not his nickname. But we'll get there. Next week. We will definitely be talking about this guy. Anything you want to say, Boo Boo?
I guess if I had a few cliff notes there at the end, it'd be
Oh,
hoping
wrap
you
it
cut me
up already. I
No.
would never cut you off like that. What were we gonna say?
I was gonna say love you.